Okay, a lot of Warrior fans have sent me LeBron cookies. You're getting that right?
Yeah,
right?
me too.
So let's talk about that. LeBron basically held a party.
He had a Halloween party.
And in the Halloween party, he dissed.
Yeah, he took a few shots. So like the band on stage, it was a 3-1 lead was the name of the band, and he had cookies where they were gravestones, and one of the cookies was Steph, and one of the cookies was Clay. And you were, without really talking politics, you were alluding to politics earlier, the election. Something that is a scourge of our political coverage is false equivalences.
All the time.
And people, because last week I said, this is why, I looked into the camera and said, this is why I don't like the Warriors, and I laid out my reasons. People were tweeting me their versions of false equivalences. Well, you said the Warriors were cocky. What about this thing LeBron did? Listen, folks, do not compare a season of premature celebration, a season of telling everyone you're the greatest team that's ever been, to his chef's cookie choice on a Halloween party. And one other note on the Warriors, because people, I watched what I said to you last week, and I realized I left one reason that I don't like them out of it, and I want to go at it back in. Now that we know all year long they were recruiting Durant, the team that in the midst of it, when they had 24-0, 39-4, and all year long Draymond was recruiting him, that was another thing that I wish I would have added last week. Like, there are plenty of reasons at this point to find that team unlikable. If the best reason you can find to find LeBron unlikable is the cookies at his Halloween party, I think you're reaching a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know what I find a lot of times, and I notice this, everybody in the newspaper business now has an opinion, or they don't get clicks and they don't keep their job, is that reporters now come into stuff with an angle. Like, have you ever been interviewed and you can tell by the second question, he's already written the story?
Right.
I think a lot of people have written the story on LeBron and they don't want to acknowledge, crap, I was way wrong. Like when I was wrong on Lane Kiffin at USC, because he could recruit, and they were number 1 2 years in, I had to go on the air and say, I whiffed on that one. He's just not mature enough for the job. Sometimes you just have to, like with Lane Kiffin at USC, I thought it would work. I'm like, it didn't work. I'm wrong. It just didn't work.
And it's a tough thing. And I feel like maybe this is maybe a subtweet during the interview about Nick. You're going to say you were wrong about Andrew Luck. Not yet, but I see what you're saying. No, but like with LeBron, we now have, I mean, I tweeted this out the other day. He has not started trying yet. And he's 21-8-10, and his team looks like the best team in the league, them in San Antonio right now. Like, they have played the best, the Cavs and the Spurs have. And he's in year 14. Year 14 and is not slowing down. So, no, at this point, if you are finding reasons to doubt LeBron's greatness,
what you're really doing is avoiding the truth, which is you were wrong.
Yeah.
You were wrong on LeBron.
Right, because there is it's like what you were saying about Brady earlier. There are certain truths in sports right now.
Wayne Gretzky, best hockey player.
Absolutely. And I know I want to, so I said to you, Aaron Rodgers played the quarterback position at a higher level than I've ever seen it played.
Right.
I believe that to be true. I also believe there is no argument against Tom Brady being the greatest quarterback ever. Like, that, whoever beats him has not started playing yet. I mean, that the jury is in on that one.
Yeah, it's done.
And with LeBron, the only argument left to have is will he pass Michael?
That's it.
That is it. And if that is the argument you're having, then you're conceding not only has his career been a tremendous success, but he somehow, the most hyped amateur athlete ever, exceeded it.